Alright, back for round two. Win the roll, play first. I have to keep. I am playing 17 lands, so less likely to flood. But all three colors. My deck does not mulligan well. Just gonna have to keep all these speculative hands and draw well. Duel go. All right. Champion. That thing's real good. This thing lets him rummage. I guess I can expert. So risky. Alright, YOLOs. I can actually act this and loot myself. Ooh, or turn Act of Treason into a removal spell. Probably want to block. Let this game go long. Especially because there's like a non-zero chance he's missing this land drop. I have another removal spell. Yeah, alright. That's a great draw. Black. He did miss that land drop too. That's really good for us. Obviously. It's one reason not to let him loot. Hopefully then manifest the land, draw a spell, manifest the land, draw a spell sequence is what we're facing. Sorry I'm not talking a lot, I'm listening to the coverage. Brad's doing a deck tech on this Abzan deck with Wraths. Alright, drew a land, kind of getting back into it. Made a 3-2, which is interesting. I'm thinking now if I should have not used my active Trazen, just take an 8 and try and Rough Rider his Frostwalker, but that seems very greedy. Falconer. Sure. Oops. Alright. Alright, now I can focus on the game a little more. Sorry, I was doing something else. Alright. My active Trazen is gone, but I'm actually gonna send instead of Outlast because it's lethal in 2. Now he can't attack or Outlast. Pretty rough spot to be in. Edict. Again, my opponent's mana screwed, so there's no reason to just run headlong into like Sandblast or Killshot. Let them use their mana effectively, since they're basically in the hard lock. I can just Outlast and then attack next turn so that both my creatures are lethal. Whisk Away is the other one that does basically the same thing. Turns out he was F6'd, so I missed lethal, but I win the game 95% this way and win the game 92% the other way. It just takes a turn longer. Outlast is aggressive. wisely not showing me another card. Man, when my deck draws like lands and spells, it's really potent. Ha, I'm a genius. I'm gonna go ahead and do this for lethal. And it's not even like showing him collateral damage is that big of a deal because I showed him active treason already, and if your sealed deck opponent is not very aggressive but has active treason, you can assume at least one collateral damage, probably more. Did see Executioner, so my opponent could safely assume I have one collateral damage, and the Executioner, I think 2 synergies is enough to justify the active treason. Turns out we have double collateral damage, the Executioner, and a Construct. But they don't necessarily know that. Let's see. Played. Oh, crap. I forgot to check what the manifest was. How do I. Revealed manifest was enhanced awareness. Okay. So we don't get to find out what their third color is. Was hoping it was going to be like a mountain or a bathing dragonfire or something that would cue us in. Smite the Monstrous, not so great against blue-white. Bring Low is okay. Douse is not super appealing. It's funny to have so much removal that you're not main decking at all in sealed. Doesn't happen very often in any sealed environment, but it's especially interesting because all the removal is like different, like it kills different stuff and affects your play patterns, your hand textures so much. Like looking at an opening hand with a Dousing Gloom versus a Bring Low as the spell, you know, with like a couple lands, couple creatures, changes your pacing so much. And you're good against and weak against completely different cards and draws, game types. I think I'm gonna go Bring Low. Blue-white, it's very likely they have a couple of 2/3 flyers, the Kirin or the Lotus Path Jin or whatever, and then the Bring Low is much, much better against Falconer. Martyr Charm's pretty good against his deck. Keep saying his. My opponent. I'm gonna gender my opponent as male. I interrupted myself earlier when I was talking about gendering opponents. One thing that I picked up on. It's a nice hand. Oh, it's missing red. I thought this was the red-white land. I have to mulligan now. Crap. If this was the red-white land, this hand is great. But on the draw, I have 7 red sources. I think I have to mulligan. Alright, this hand's very good. One thing that I picked up from Hearthstone that's a really good habit is gendering the opponent based on the avatar. I would say that... Wow, Swamp. This hand is great. I would say that a huge part of gendering the opponent is due to the awkwardness and clunkiness and awkwardness of the ungendered pronouns, they and them and it or whatever. It's very awkward. So it's much easier as a caster to gender the players. Digitally, you can't do that so easily. But I think it's important not to just always say him, because I think that that's, patriarchal, heteronormative, just unnecessary and not great. So, one solution, that seems to work out pretty well is gendering the opponent based on their avatars. Because I think I want to dash here. As weird as it seems, because like these things aren't doing anything right now. Like I could play Bondkin and then look to outlast it later, blah blah blah. But that's investing a lot of mana that I don't really want to do right now. So I'm going to go ahead and dash this and pitch the Ifrit. Anyway, so I think that always saying he, always gendering them as male is really, really bad. But non-gender, it's difficult to not gender them. So a solution I picked up from Hearthstone is to gender them based on their avatars, because in Hearthstone there are you have like champions of the whatever class you're playing, and a few are male. Most are male, but a few are female. And gendering the opponent based on that is actually very easy and feels very natural. So, that's something to consider for anybody that streams that has difficulty with the ungendered pronouns, as I have. It's I don't know, it's a good solution, I think. If I get to 6 mana and then Active Trees into Scaldkin, that's pretty filthy. I'm just gonna cast the Vault Breaker. Anyway, so sometimes their screen names are gendered, and it makes that easy. If their screen name is Sally90 or Mr. Tompkins or whatever, then you can gender them appropriately. But, what gender is 718084? Do robots even have gender? My goodness. That's a card. Woof. Alright. Trying to see if I can get enough cards into my yard that I can activate Soulfire Grandmaster and Murderous Cut, which would be sick value. I have 1 in the yard right now, and if this trades off with a Falconer and loots, then I'll have 3. I'll still be 1 short of Grandmaster Cut. Which is unfortunate. Guess I attack with the Vault Breaker and pitch Bondkin. Maybe I can pitch the Swamp, get away with that. I don't mind that, actually. Bondkin might do something. Nah, the 6th land is so good for Act Scaldkin. Although I have nothing to use the backside of Scaldkin with yet. The Bondkin looks like it's just going to run into Barricade. Or use up all my white mana for a long time to come. I have lots of draws at the 6th land, and yeah. I'm going to do this greedily. Could also pitch. This is probably better. Pitch this. I don't need this 1 life. As much as I might want to play like a Palace Siege this turn. That's a good draw too. Wow, he took it. It's aggressive. Go ahead and kill this now. Gain a bunch of life. I actually have Murderous Cut up, but I'm not going to cast it because I'm damn close to rebuying it, buybacking it. When this card came out, and I drafted it on stream a couple times, I kept calling it Rebound. It's not Rebound, it's Buyback. How do you not attack with the bird here? There you go, kid. Falconer, probably should get in there too. If you weren't going to block Falconer last turn, you're not going to block this turn. I guess you should Outlast. It's very, very helpful to my draw that he keeps letting me loot with this Rummage Monkey. This Rummage Monkey that's not even a monkey. Defensive Scaldkin? Defensive Bird? Wow. I have to play way faster, by the way. I was distracted at the beginning of the match, so now I need to really speed up if I want to play 3 games, or have a chance to play 3 games. Saito's playing a mono-black aggro deck, it looks like, at the GP. It's pretty sweet. Bloodsoaked Champion into Pains here. What a sweet curve. Heh. Alright. Can't Sandblast Vaultbreaker now. Oh, no, you can. Presumably, I pitch this Act of Treason. Or, I mean, this Bondkin. Go ahead and gain 2 while I'm at it. Yes, it's all coming together. Should have played the land first, actually. It saves me 1 card on Delve if Soulfire is going to die in combat and I have to Murderous Cut. Definitely should have played this land. I didn't even think about what I was looting away before attacking, but wow, he doesn't have Sandblast again. Opponent, what are you doing? Something's got to give. Look how sweet my hand is. This deck is great. This deck is great. I'm great. Right into being. Put the card on top. Go ahead and do this. Holding up collateral damage is not a thing, whereas having an extra delve card in my yard for the cuts buyback is a thing. Wow. Murderous Cut with lifelink. Trying to think if I want to like active treason the Scald can kill the manifest with the sacrifice and save the collateral damage, or if I want to take the falconer and collateral damage the manifest. Probably collateral damage. Active treason with lifelink. And finally, the relevant collateral damage with lifelink. Hey, value, good for him. Not the greatest draw. Put the other card on top. Think about cutting the Skuldkin, but having access to cut with the Grandmaster seems like the better way to do it. If I delve 2, 0, I'll have 1, 2, 3, no good. Does have to resolve, I think. Feet would have been pretty good there, but I'll go ahead and pass. They kept their card on top and then didn't play anything. And as we're going now, I'm just going to keep rebuying cut. So That's a good thing to cut. Three, four. I'll have 3 mana left over. Yeah, I can do that. Value. This deck is sweet. Holy shit, how am I so low on time? Alright, I really need to play fast. Ride down, so it is red. I mean, I guess I upkeep it. Put it on heroes demise or hero gain life a little bit. It's possible I'm just supposed to play siege on that turn, and then if he counters that, a collateral damage. But I don't know. I was playing kind of fast because I was low on time, so if they actually found a way out, and I was gonna have to go into the grindhouse with the palace siege, I wanted to be able to think through stuff. But I definitely played the end of that game spewily. But yeah, Grandmaster Murderous Cut, pretty strong. I think we would have lost or been in a lot more trouble if he just traded for Vault Breaker at any point. Alright, be back for round 3.